2020. My school was announcing that we would have a 4-week-long break, and this sudden closure was due to the existence of an unexpected virus that was spreading rampantly across the world, forcing countries to go under lockdown. Of course, I was not thrilled about a fatal microscopic infectious agent, but I had a 4-week break coming up and I could not think of anything else. Picture it. Picture that euphoric feeling you get when it's summer break and knowing that the following days will be a break from school, bring you relaxation and a temporary escape from the perpetual problems of a school student. That was how I felt initially. But those 4 weeks of bliss had soon extended into another 4 weeks, which stretched into another 2 months and grew into yet another month, and I was still stuck at home. More countries were going under lockdown and more people were thrust into isolation. That 4-week stay at home had slowly but surely morphed into the norm. About 5 months into quarantine, and each day felt lonelier as I was exiled from social interaction. My days were corresponding versions of each other, and each day grew duller as they went by. I was alternating between attending online classes, fretting over long due assignments, procrastinating, and then whining about my unproductivity. It was a constant, dull cycle. I think that's how it turned out for most of us. We got tired of facing boredom, of being stuck at home, not seeing our friends, tired of that retreat cycle. For me, that boredom had slowly mounted into loneliness, starting a spiral of self-doubt and worry. Did you ever notice that stark absence of people's company to which you were so accustomed to? To go from being surrounded by people to being captive in your own home. It was uncomfortable. I wasn't used to it. Those spirals of self-doubt and that sly boredom that creeps up on us makes us uncomfortable to be on our own. So, how can we be more compatible with our soul company? 1. Change your perspective. Most of us have this notion that being alone means you're lonely, excluded, isolated. According to a study on the consequences of loneliness by Louise Hockley and John Cassioppo, they state that perceptions of social isolation or loneliness increase vigilance for threat and heighten feelings of vulnerability while raising the desire to reconnect. Reading between those lines, how you perceive your time alone will determine what you consider it as. Do you view it as lonely and filled with anxiety? Or is it more like peaceful solitude? Our time in quarantine kept us apart from people and doubted every opportunity to fester our thoughts. The absence of company may have pushed us to question our social life and other aspects. What was I doing wrong? Do I have enough friends? Was I doing anxious thoughts like that tear into our time alone and can tune it to feel lonely. But the moment you realize that you're in control of this intimate time, once you're enlightened by how to be comfortable by being by yourself, you grow more content and more at peace with yourself. Self-assurance firmly takes root and self-confidence will build. You stop relying on social interactions to fuel. Number 2, make your solitude productive. Not by doing work, but spend your energy on activities that are constructive. A prime example would be hobbies. Crochet a sweater, go exercise, read a book, learn a new language, try a new recipe a week, start practicing that instrument you've been putting off. I would spontaneously drag myself out of the house to go for a walk at the park. My inconsistent effort at playing the guitar had helped me barely scrape by a few songs. I also baked a lot more, sticking only to brownies and chocolate chip cookies, but they were still delicious every time. But even with my inconsistent efforts, I grew more familiar and fonder doing those activities. Playing the guitar didn't seem like a chore anymore. Primarily, you need to eliminate the distractions around you to allow yourself to spend time on these things and to be fully present. Once you've pushed these distractions aside, list the areas in your life you want to work on. Whether that be your physical health, expanding your knowledge, working on mental health, or picking up a new skill, use your solitude as an opportunity to grow. Number 3, make your time alone fulfilling. Each of us has something that fulfills us. Mine would be binge watching new shows or listening to music every waking moment I get, or or playing the guitar. I did each of these things on my own in the absence of others, and doing things that I enjoyed made me cherish my time alone even more. Being alone in solitude has positive influences on our relationships. They help you grow and become more self-assured. You become more self-sufficient and thoughtful as a person. A time of quarantine was uninvited, but it was crucial for self-reflection. I became familiar and comfortable in my solitude, doing things that I enjoyed, whether that be baking or binge watching a new show or reading or going for a walk. My time alone felt fulfilling. Rupi Kaur said, "Fall in love with your solitude." As romantic and poetic as that sounds, it is the absolute truth that everyone needs to hear. Grow comfortable doing things that you enjoy on your own and lose the need to rely on others' company. Change your anxious outlook on your time alone. Make it productive. Make it fulfilling. May Sarton once said, "Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self." Thank you.